This is the first video for the double knit snowflake pattern sweater. I've worked the snowflake pattern into the sweater. I have started at the bottom with a mocked rib stitch. This is worked with 2 strands of the same color yarn, and I'm going to show you that right now. I'm working on a cuff for one of the sleeves, and when you're working with the 2 strands, you can hold them between your thumb and finger on your left hand. You can see that the stitch or the strand of yarn on top has come from the last purled stitch. I'm going to work that next knit stitch with that strand. Normally you would work with the knit stitch with the same and the purl stitch with the same, but when you want the fabric to have this solid mock stitch feel and look, you're going to alternate. So right now I'm going to knit with the bottom strand that I just purled with. Then I'm going to purl with the top. So to reverse that order, I'm going to knit with the top strand, pull to the front, purl with the bottom. This will give the cuff the look of a ribbed cuff instead of a cuff that separates. You can do this with 2 colors. It's actually easier because you can see the different colors, and that way you know more how to switch. When you're using 2 of the same color, you have to keep looking at the last stitch and making sure you're taking the next knit stitch from the last one you purled from that strand of yarn. So hopefully you can see that. You can see the one that's coming from the purl stitch. I'm going to knit with that one. So in essence, you are switching each time. Now it's the bottom one that I'm knitting with, top one that I'm purling with. On the next one, it's the top one I'm knitting with, and the bottom one I'm purling with. As long as you keep those 2 strands of yarn the same in your fingers, this will work for you. When you get confused, you need to stop and look back. Which one did I just purl with? That's the one you're going to take with the next knit. Knit, purl. Hopefully this will help you with the pattern. Pattern is on Ravelry under Mary Moran's Ravelry store. Double knit snowflake pattern for a woman's size. I'm going to continue this for 2.5 inches, then I'll come back and I'll show you how to change to the double knit stitch.